It's interesting to consider that with the Grenville Lodge Enigma, I seem to have got myself in a loop. Indeed, this is known in intelligence agency speak as cognitive containment. Indeed, they seem to be containing me by keeping me in the Grenville Lodge Enigma loop. Indeed, I highly doubt I'm going to find a way out of this loop, but I don't really mind being in it. It is interesting to consider the truth about the Men in Black phenomenon. Indeed, it seems that the Men in Black are actually test subjects from the Grenville Lodge experimentation. They have been destroyed so significantly by synthetic drugs that they have severe neurological damage, and therefore they behave in the way they do because they are completely controlled by Department S34 and the Department S34 handlers, the monks of Mendicant Hall. The Men in Black are completely controlled by these networks and have severe neurological damage, and therefore they behave in the way they do. They are the eventual outcome of the synthetic drug narcohypnosis testing that is done at Grenville Lodge. It is interesting to consider that the Men in Black seem very strange and speak in a robotic fashion, and it's almost as if they are not human. And this is the eventual outcome of extreme mind control programming mixed with synthetic drug narcohypnosis. This is what happens eventually to the individual when they have been mind control programmed through synthetic drug narcohypnosis to that extent. Indeed, these are basically test subjects that could not be weaponized for espionage operations, i.e., they could not be utilized as schizophrenic super spies successfully. Therefore, they were taken further into the program and are utilized to silence witnesses of supposed paranormal activity and to harass targeted individuals. Basically, it's interesting to consider that the targeted individuals and witnesses are being harassed by people who are very much in the same position as themselves, but are now completely controlled by Department S34, i.e., the Men in Black, who are the eventual outcome of mind control experimentation and synthetic drug narcohypnosis. That is what happens eventually. Indeed, I have had a lucky escape from that fate, and am these days attempting to work out exactly what occurred during my time at Grenville Lodge, and what most probably to this day continues to occur at the Grenville Lodge Institute. So it's all very interesting to consider. The Men in Black phenomenon is a very, very strange saga. Indeed, the Men in Black lore begins in the 1950s with Albert Bender's visit from three mysterious figures, and indeed, these would have been early experimentees of Grenville Lodge, transplanted to the United States. Indeed, as I stated before, the Department S34 network is an Anglo-American joint network, complete with various Nazi intelligence operatives also part of the Department S34 network. Indeed, the overarching handlers of the Department S34 network are known as the monks of Mendicant Hall. And indeed, mendicant would traditionally mean a religious figure who begs for alms. However, the monks of Mendicant Hall beg for souls, basically, and are basically involved in the splintering and fracturing of the schizophrenic mind for purposes of neural research and data harvesting, and attempting to weaponize the schizophrenic mind for espionage purposes in a Cold War fashion. Indeed, it's interesting to consider that since the supposed end of the formal Cold War, the Project Aniseed and Department S34 operations have not been scaled down. Indeed, they have been continued completely. So it's interesting to consider this. Indeed, the Cold War never ended. Indeed, the British and Americans and the neo-Soviet Russians are still in an arms race to weaponize the mind. Indeed, a lot of this focuses on individuals who possess a degree of schizotypy, who are utilized for the espionage operations and clandestine operations as couriers, assassins, agents, spies, and operatives in this ongoing Cold War saga. And indeed, failed test subjects who did not live up to expectation as schizophrenic super spies are continually and repeatedly experimented upon so that they become figures such as the Men in Black are. So it's interesting to consider that these are the eventual outcome of the Grenville Lodge experiment, basically. This is what you will be like if Grenville Lodge decree that you must be failed from the original Project Aniseed program and therefore are put to use for other purposes involving the silencing of witnesses of paranormal activity and the harassment of targeted individuals. And indeed, these individuals that carry out this targeting are known as the Men in Black and the Women in Black. And these are individuals who have undergone a rather large amount of synthetic drug experimentation and have extreme neurological damage and therefore appear the way they do, basically. So it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, this is the truth about the Men in Black, and this is all a part of the wider Grenville Lodge mythos that is being created here. And indeed, it's interesting to consider that although this Enigma is dubbed a mythos, it is actually the truth. So it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, as I stated, I am in a cognitive containment loop whereby I am no longer considered a threat by MI6 or Department S34. Indeed, I do believe that MI6 may be feeding me information about Department S34 to keep me in this cognitive containment loop and stop a wider exposure of the Mindgate programs being utilized by MI6 in their continued search for mind control purposes. So it's interesting to consider. Indeed, I am completely aware of the fact that I am in a cognitive containment loop. Indeed, it does actually offer me a certain degree of comfort to be locked in a cognitive containment loop, because I'm no longer fearing that I may be assassinated at any moment. So it's almost a better option to be stuck in a cognitive containment loop than to be at risk of assassination at all times. So it's interesting to consider these factors when attempting to continue with these exposures, really. So indeed, as I stated before, the Men in Black are the eventual outcome of the Grenville Lodge experiment. Indeed, I feel very sorry for these individuals because they are completely under the control of Grenville Lodge and operate in the exact fashion that Grenville Lodge wished them to operate in. And there is no escape once you have been weaponized in this fashion. There is no escape from it. Indeed, I'm not entirely sure where these individuals appear from. I believe they are kept in containment facilities across the United Kingdom and the United States and are put into the field basically when they are needed. Indeed, these individuals have been absolutely destroyed by synthetic drug experimentation, and this accounts for their almost non-human appearance. And the robotic fashion in which they speak is due to intense mind control programming by the specialists, i.e. the monks of Mendicant Hall, who are absolutely in control and basically possess these entities, i.e. the Men in Black. So it's all very interesting to consider, really quite awful what Grenville Lodge are doing to individuals. So it's all very strange to consider and really quite a scary concept, really, what the truth is regarding the Grenville Lodge institution and the activities of Department S34, who basically operate in Wiltshire through various networks of Masonic lodges and fraternities, which therefore covers the police departments locally and the local councils. What with the police departments and the local councils being staffed by Freemasons, indeed, Department S34 operate through the Masonic lodges and do so here in Warminster through Longleat Lodge number 1478 and Wyvern Lodge number 8620, who are completely controlled by Department S34 and are carrying out continued surveillance and targeting of me, involving tracking and gang stalking for Department S34, which is really quite a disturbing conclusion to come to, the fact that I am monitored and surveilled at all times by gang stalkers who are operating for the Masonic lodges, who are themselves operating for Department S34, who interestingly recruit from Masonic lodges. Indeed, the Department S34 operatives are elite Freemasons of both British Freemason and German Masonic lodges. So it's all very interesting to consider indeed. Warminster is an area of paranormal encounters historically, so it's interesting to consider that the men in black may be operative here, and these men in black, as I stated, are controlled entirely by the monks of Mendicant Hall and are therefore put into action when decreed by the monks of Mendicant Hall, and they are the outcome of full Grenville Lodge experimentation. Indeed, this is what happens to the individual when they have experienced so much synthetic drug narcohypnosis and mind control programming. They are no longer appear wholly human. So it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, as I stated before, I feel very sorry for these individuals, as there is no escape from the Grenville Lodge experiment for these individuals. And the fact that there is a Masonic in-joke in utilizing the men in black to target targeted individuals and harass targeted individuals, because the men in black are themselves very similar characters to targeted individuals and are not responsible wholly for their actions, because they have been mind controlled so significantly to do what they do and have been damaged so heavily neurologically, physically, and mentally by the mind control experimentation that they have undergone, that they appear the way they do and behave the way they do. And it's really quite distressing for the observer to really witness these individuals as they are. Indeed, it's all part of a smokescreen for the alien agenda, which is itself a smokescreen carried out by the Department S34 networks to cover up for mind control experimentation which is being conducted, and also a cover up facilitated by the military and the intelligence services to cover up for mind control experimentation. The alien agenda, as we know it, is a complete hoax, basically. And the men in black are not beings from other planets silencing witnesses to cover up for extraterrestrial activity at all. Indeed, they are merely there to provoke fear in the individual, and indeed they are under mind control to do so, and are the eventual outcome of synthetic drug hypnosis and mind control programming as occurs at Grenville Lodge. Indeed, the majority of men in black have been through the Grenville Lodge experimentation at Grenville Grenville Lodge in Buckinghamshire. Interestingly indeed, it seems there are also black sites in the United States who are carrying out a very similar form of experimentation to Grenville Lodge. So this isn't isolated to the Grenville Lodge Enigma, but the techniques of mind control that are evident in the Men in Black were perfected at Grenville Lodge by Department S34 and weaponized, and the techniques shared with other specialists in mind control programming throughout the United Kingdom and the United States. So, as I've stated, there are various black sites that constitute this programming mechanism, really. So it's all very interesting to consider indeed. It's all very dark and disturbing indeed. I am going to leave it there now, and I shall make another video in the morning. Thank you.